Hey, thanks for stopping by my channel today. If you're here for the very first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today I have Food Friday for you. I am going to be doing food cooking videos on Fridays, most Fridays. May not be all Fridays, but most Fridays, y'all. So you want to make sure you have your notification bells set, okay? Because we will be making sure that these videos are loaded up at 5 p.m. on Fridays, and we are talking food, okay? So if you're interested in seeing what I have cooked up for you today, this evening, tonight, then keep on watching. All right, we have some hog jows. Yes, that special bacon. And it is really thick. I love using this bacon here. We're going to put it in the oven. I also have some corn on the cob that I'm going to have to shuck. All right. And I also have some okra. Now, I did have a little bit more okra, but some of them were starting to not look so good. So I had to just go ahead and cut up and get the ones that were looking good, as well as these tomatoes. I had got a tray of tomatoes from the food pantry. They were starting to go bad, so I need to go ahead and cook them, baby. So now that we have gotten the corn shucked, I am going to cut this corn off the cob. Now, unfortunately, I was not filming as I was cutting the corn off the cob, but you know what to do when it comes to cutting the corn off the cob. But if you don't, you go around that cob and just cut it into a nice size bowl and just keep going around. Don't just cut the first row. There's a lot of corn in here. Now you just keep going and going and going. And you see how much corn that is? That's a lot of corn off of 3 cobs, because I went around each cob about 3 times, because just that first layer, that's not all you want. You want to get each layer. So I go around about 3, maybe 4 times, and then you get those juices from that corn as well. And I just absolutely love it. I love how ripe and red these tomatoes are. And so we are making stewed tomatoes with okra and corn, one of my favorite meals from a child. So the bacon has been rendered in the oven, baby. It's nice and crispy, and I am going to take that fat off of that bacon and put it down into this pan. So the pan is nice and hot now, and I am dropping those stewed tomatoes down in there, and I'm going to let the tomatoes hang out a little bit by themselves. All right, so what I'm going to do is add a little bit of water to them, just to make it, have a little bit of juice to them, and we are going to get them seasoned. Okay, so I'm using some Nature's seasoning, and I'm using some of this complete seasoning as well. Use the seasonings that you like. And y'all, I like my food seasoned now, so I don't use no little bit, okay? And in this clear container, this is some accent. I usually just put it in this container because I buy the large one. And this is some salt-free seasoning that you can get from Dollar Tree, I believe. And there's some Sazon Goya. This is the one for the tomatoes. I love using this when I'm cooking tomatoes, or I'm cooking red rice, things like that. Whatever I'm cooking tomatoes in, I like using this Sazon Goya. I did not use the full pack because that's not needed. And I'm taking some granulated sugar, baby. And this is the Dollar General brand. It is. And make sure you season to taste. So what I'm going to do here is, now I let the tomatoes hang out for a little bit. Now I'm adding the corn, and I am going to let the corn and the tomatoes hang out a little bit. And then I'm going to give it a little taste test, okay, before I add the okra. And I'm just going to cover it up. Now it's time to taste it. And I usually like to just get a little bit of the juice off of the fork and just put it down in the palm of my hand and taste the juice. If the juice is telling me more seasoning, that's what I do, baby. I add what is needed, all right? And if the juice doesn't tells me I don't need anything, I don't add anything. So here I let it hang out a little bit longer, and now I'm tasting it again before I add those okra, because I'm not going to add any more seasoning after the okra. It does not take long for the okra to go, so you want to make sure that it's seasoned, and you don't want them to cook too long, so they'll get all loose and you won't be able to tell that it's okra in there. And I like to be able to see the okra. So I'm just tasting it one more time, because that's just me and who I am, y'all. It's ready to go. So I'm going to plate it. I'm using one of my good old bowls here from the Dollar General, and I got me some white rice prepared, and I am just going to cover that up. The guys, their food is already done. This is mine. And I added me a chicken leg off of the grill, y'all. Absolutely divine. So if you've liked this video, thumbs the video up if you don't mind, and leave me a comment as well and tell me what it is that you do like. If this is your type of content, Food Fridays, go ahead and consider joining, because that's what's about to go down, baby. Let's take a final look at this divine plate. Thanks for watching the video from the beginning to the end. You all are a blessing. I'll see y'all with food next Friday. Bye-bye.